say that age kills the fire inside of a man. That he hears death coming. He opens the door and says, "Come in, give me rest." That is a pack of lies. I got enough fight in me to devour the world. So, I fight.
How you doing, everybody? The Bodybuilding Universe. This is Bob Chick. I'm here with Martin Linsky, the promoter for the Prague Pro. We're here for the third year in a row. Martin, congratulations on a great event. Once again, as you can see, it's busier than busy. We're at the meet and greet of the IFBB Superstars. First time you've done that. Looks like a success so far.
Well, thank you very much, Bob. But it's really thank you to the whole team of the promoter, of the organization of the SHP Sport Holding Prague and the EVLS Fitness, which is really responsible for this great show. And the owners have done a great job. They have created a team that is able to put together a show like this. And it's not only the first meet and greet, Bob, it's also the first time that we have you to MC this event.
No wonder it's sold out. Well, now I can see why. But Martin, you've done a great job with organizing this, and you can see that this competition has increased every year, and now it looks very much like an Olympia. For those that were there at the 50th at Joe's Olympia this year, you got a meet and greet. We had a press conference earlier today that was very well attended. You got the prejudging in the morning, we've got the finals tomorrow night, and then, of course, the gala event afterwards where we'll all eat until we can't move anymore.
Well, we're humbled because when we started this show 3 years ago, we projected this competition to be at least the biggest pro show in the world. It's a great compliment, Bob. It's a great compliment to Robert Spechel as the executive director of the SHP Holding and to everybody on the team who is able to contribute and organize. So this year we're set to have the second best lineup after the Olympia. So it's an honor, it's a privilege, it's great to welcome all the athletes. It's a big thank you to all the sponsors. It's a great thank you also to the IFBB Pro League and its president, Mr. Jim Mannion. Robin Chang and his team are doing a great job. We have the head judge Lee Thompson here with us. So it's the entire organization, the whole team and the effort of all the contributing organizations that make this possible.
Hey Martin, speaking of the Olympia, we've got four-time Mr. Olympia now. Phil Heath is in the house. He, of course, is getting mobbed over there by a lot of his fans, giving autographs and all that, and shaking hands and doing the business of bodybuilding. Phil not competing here, but other than Phil, pretty much the Olympia lineup. Kai Green also in attendance, and Kai will be competing. Now, we didn't know that until the last minute, but Kai has thrown his head into the ring. So we'll see Kai Green on stage, and that's going to be a great one. And congratulations to Kai, recently named the ambassador to the IFBB Amateur Olympia. So Kai kind of dabbling his foot into the ambassador business.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's great to welcome Phil. You know, Phil has achieved his fourth title just 2 weeks ago, and it's really a pleasure to have the four-time Mr. Olympia here with us. So he's on the mission. He's promoting his new GN line, the Gifted Nutrition. Gifted Nutrition is a co-partner or a sponsor of this event. So it's great to have him here. Kai, that's a totally different matrix. That's a different planet. You know, Kai, we've got special relationship with him. Kai has come here, has become the ambassador to the Amateur Olympia earlier this year. So for him, it's already the second time in Prague. He was here. He is the reigning and defending champion of 2013, the second annual of the EVLS Prague Pro, and his role as an ambassador to the event of the Amateur Olympia, what he has achieved in terms of promoting the sport of bodybuilding and fitness all around Europe, in the Czech Republic, in Central and Eastern Europe. It's a tremendous job, tremendous contribution from this champion, and he's been spreading the word. He's been showing how great the sport can be, how difficult it can be, and really him being the ambassador, we cannot wish for more, and the sport of bodybuilding cannot wish for more. I think he's doing great stuff for the IFBB Pro League and the whole community around it.
Well, Martin, let's get right into the competition. I got to do a preview here, so as long as you're here, my friend, we're going to be doing the preview. We've got a lot more than just the guys. We're going to start out. We've got the girls here in attendance. We've got the bikini pros, 12 of them, representing 9 different countries. So it's clearly an international event here, and a defending champ right here from the Czech Republic in Vladimir Krasova.
Well, you know, Vladka managed to win the Amateur Olympia 2 years ago. Last year she was able to win the title here. She's the only Czech bikini on the scene, and for the promotion of the sport, for the promotion of the bikini category especially in the Central and Eastern European part, is great. She's got a great lineup and a great competition to face, however, this year. 12 top bikinis. You mentioned there are bikinis from 9 different countries. That's actually more than at the Olympia. And so we got India Paulina here. We've got Lacey DeLuca, we've got Jessica, we got Naomi Ola from Hungary, who plays 9 in the Olympia. So Vlatka's going to have a tough lineup to face, but you cannot wish for more in terms of promoting the sport and the competition itself.
Well, obviously we're going to have updates throughout the weekend on the girls and the bikini play-by-play being provided by the lovely Adina from MD, so keep checking back here. We're going to have that. The men's 212 also added to this lineup, and what a great lineup that is. We talk about the men and how deep that is. The 212 is right there.
Bob, look, we've got defending champion Flex Lewis. Flex Lewis won the previous Prague Pros back in 2012, 2013. He is now the 3 times Mr. Olympia.
Going to make it 3 here now, right?
He's coming for the three-peat, so to speak. But it's Jose Raymond who's made a tremendous progress. He's right on his feet, and he's waiting for Flex to make a mistake and really to beat him. Like he said at the press conference, he's 99% sure, but maybe 1%. When it comes, he's ready. We've got Baitola. Baito
Abispor from Iran. You've got Ahmad. The name's so nice, they named him twice. Guy Sister Nino. You've got, it's a full lineup there, but definitely Flex's show to win or lose.
I mean, Flex is here, and he's right on the money. He's hard. He has the game under control, so it would have to be a miracle to take the title away from him. And all the competitors are humbled, but at the same time, you never know, Bob. You never know. Okay, nothing is fixed in the stone.
That's why we play the game, as the saying goes. But let's get into the men's open now. This is obviously the big event of the weekend here, and like you said, almost an Olympia lineup minus Phil Heath. Who do we put though in the circle of who to beat? Now you got Dennis Wolf, who's just coming off a win at the Arnold. You got Dexter Jackson at 45 years old, still in the top 6 of the Olympia, and just won last week in Dubai. You got Kai Green, obviously second in the world to Phil. This thing's loaded, man.
It is even more loaded than you just mentioned. All of these gentlemen performed excellent in Las Vegas 2 weeks ago.
Well, Sean Roden, Victor Martinez. You can go right down the lineup here. Ruli Winkler now has been getting better every week, that we've seen him on the circuit. So you can add a lot of names into that. Nothing set in stone. Lee Thompson's going to call it exactly the way he sees it. And we've had 2 different winners in 2 different weeks.
I tell you what, I wouldn't want to be on stage.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not in the judges panel. I'll do what I do, which is fine. But who do we put as a favorite now? I'm going to ask you to put your fan hat on since you're not judging. Who do you put as a favorite? Is it Kai Green? Is it Dennis Wolf? Is it Dexter Jackson? Or none of them? Or is it Sean Roden or anybody else in the lineup?
I think we got many favorites. I think to name one would be disrespectful to the others.
Right.
If you ask me, the Predator is going to go for it. And the rest of the pack, it's not that they're going to fight for the 2nd and 3rd. I think it's wide open till we see them on the pre-judging on stage. Like I said, very, very, very difficult to make the choice. If you ask me, I go for the Predator.
I think that's probably a good move. I think nobody would complain with that. Well, you got a couple of local guys, a couple of hometown boys in the show. 2 guys from the Czech Republic making their pro debuts here.
Is actually very fantastic. I'd like to correct you because one of them competed here last year. That is Dalibor. Now Dalibor has made a tremendous progress. He's gained about 6-7 pounds of pure mass, and he's certainly coming on stage. He's a humble guy, very modest. You've seen him at the press conference. I mean, he has
few words, yeah.
Few words, but this guy, when he unwraps it on stage, is going to be something. The other guy, Kaspar, he's making his pro debut, and he's another big guy. Let's see what quality he can bring and how he compares with the rest of the world.
Well, a couple of the young lions in there also. Juan Morel, the big diesel, and Steve Kuklo, fresh off the Olympia. They're in here in the mix. Alexei Shabunia, we haven't seen him in a little while. He's back in here also. So you got a whole bunch of guys. Same thing, a lot of countries represented. One thing's for sure, it's going to be a great competition here in Prague once again. And folks, that's going to bring to close our preview. I'd like to thank you, Martin, for your expertise on your first ever preview show. So we'll have you back after the prejudging maybe. We'll kind of see how the Predator and the rest of the crew's doing. But you can get all the information, updates. We'll be doing a play-by-play live. So keep checking back right here on MD. The threads will be going wild. Who's going to get the nod? Keep checking. That's why we do what we do. The #1 bodybuilding destination of multimedia in the world, MD. Keep checking back.